When people communicate, they often get confused and end up misunderstanding each other. Take the word football, for instance. It might mean one thing to an American and something entirely different to a Brit. Well, it's no different in the business world, where the stakes are way higher. Here, a simple misunderstanding can lead to disastrous consequences. So how do you improve communication? Make sense of different meanings, standards, and formats, and get everyone in the financial sector on the same page. Easy. By using ISO 20022, the international standard that's designed to simplify global business communication. You see, ISO 20022 solves communication confusion. How? Well, it offers a global dictionary of common language that everyone can understand, so information can be processed and exchanged worldwide, clearly and consistently, making it easier than ever to communicate financial information between people and systems. What's more, ISO 20022 is a free and open standard, which means that anyone, anywhere can add their 2 cents to the dictionary to help write and build solid business standards right across the globe. Not only does ISO 20022 streamline communication for payments, securities, funds, foreign exchange trading, and credit card sectors, it also reduces risk, big time. ISO 20022, because common understanding leads to effective communication and makes doing business a whole lot easier.
ISO 20022 holds keys to fintech innovation and competition in years to come. One crypto that could benefit is XRP, the currency used on the blockchain-based payment system Ripple. This is one cryptocurrency that will be compliant with ISO 20022 standard, allowing it to operate alongside CBDCs within centralized payment systems.
I think the value of any digital asset is going to be derived by the utility that it creates. And so I think there's a lot of hype in this space, and I think as the hype and reality come into equilibrium, those markets will be less volatile. And I think what we're seeing today, it's a very nascent market, so there's a lot of volatility. I don't know how to predict the price of XRP. I wouldn't dare try. We're one player in the XRP ecosystem, but there's other players as well. And so I think as we do things that enhance the utility of XRP, we'll continue to see that ecosystem grow and be healthier and healthier.
Do you have an outlook or an aspiration or ambition as to how many institutions you hope will be using this token to facilitate these real-world transactions by, say, the end of the year or even the end of next year?
Well, I've publicly stated that by the end of this year, I have every confidence that major banks will use XRapid as a liquidity tool this calendar year. By the end of next year, I would certainly hope that we would see, in the order of magnitude, dozens. But, we also need to continue to grow that ecosystem, grow the liquidity. And it all comes back to, if we're solving a real problem for real customers, there's so many different examples in this space. There's ICOs where I don't really understand the problem the token is solving. And so those are ones where I'm very skeptical about what the future of that value looks like.
Right now, by market capitalization, XRP is the third largest token on the market, behind Ethereum, behind Bitcoin. Do you believe that it has the ability to displace both of those as the largest, given the belief you have in its utility?
Well, I don't really think about it as one versus the other. I mean, it's actually unfortunate, I think. There's some people in the crypto space, the blockchain space, for them it's almost a holy war of one versus the other. I don't look at that at all. I think that what we're seeing is the overall growth of this space, and there are going to be many winners. And I've been publicly shared that I'm long Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin Cash. And I think there will continue to be many boats that rise as the sea rises around the blockchain space overall.
Talk to me about how you actually see Bitcoin panning out. We've had, for example, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, says he believes that this could be a global currency in about 10 years. And we know Bitcoin at the moment doesn't act like a currency. It's high transaction times, expensive, it's volatile. So what does Bitcoin's role be in the future? Does it have a role?
I think Bitcoin will have a role. I think it's not going to be the panacea that people once thought it would be, where it would solve all of these different kinds of problems. And instead, you're seeing specializations of different kinds of ledgers, different kinds of blockchains. The Bitcoin blockchain is quite slow, and originally people thought it might solve a payments problem. But when you have an asset like XRP that's 1,000 times faster and 1,000 times cheaper on a per transaction basis, Bitcoin can't really compete on that level. An XRP transaction costs fractions of a penny and it settles in 3 seconds. Comparatively, you have Bitcoin taking 45 minutes, sometimes hours to settle a transaction, and can take, the cost can be $3 to $30. So that might be cheaper than the alternative in today's banking system, but it's not really an internet of value, a true step forward in how we can allow value to move the way information moves today.
So what do you see Bitcoin being then in the ecosystem? Is it a store of value or not?
I think it is a store of value.
Right.
We as a world have decided it's a store of value to the tune of about $130 billion. I'm not sure the current market cap, but that's a store of value. It's hard to argue that.
We live in an amazing world, full of incredible opportunities and endless possibilities. But it can also be a complex and overwhelming place. When things don't work as they should, it often means that standards are absent. But when ISO standards are applied, life is just so much richer. ISO standards help to make the world a safer, cleaner, and more efficient place. From food safety to computers, from healthcare to new technologies. There are many challenges facing our environment, economy, and society. ISO can make a positive difference to all our lives, utilizing a wealth of international experience and wisdom. In today's ever-changing world, ISO standards help create growth, open up global markets, and make trade fairer, including for developing countries. ISO standards can help tackle global challenges like climate change, road safety, energy, and social responsibility. ISO standards touch almost everything we do, keeping us connected and entertained, making us more productive, more creative, sharing ideas, promoting innovation, and keeping us safe and healthy. ISO is the world's largest developer of voluntary international standards, with over 18,000 standards for nearly every aspect of technology and business. For over 60 years, a network of standards bodies in 163 countries, working in partnership around the world and right here at home. ISO builds confidence for today, for tomorrow, and for the future.